Hello and welcome. I'm Paula Roufs, Associate Director of the Central Region Small Business Development Center, winner of the 2018 Center of Excellence Award. Because our center believes in the power of bringing people together, we've created the Salon, an event dedicated to conversation. This October, the Salon will celebrate female entrepreneurship, and what better way than to start the conversation showcasing one of our own successful women business owners. So join us now and in October. Join the conversation.
I run a one-stop shop maternity store in St. Cloud called For All of Maternity, and it's a really unique concept because we carry everything maternity, meaning we offer products and services for fertility through pregnancy, birth, and into breastfeeding, early postpartum timeframes. So it's really awesome to be able to work with women through that entire journey into motherhood. But in business in particular, for me, my big challenge was around my relationship with money. My parents were really frugal with money, and there was a certain mindset that was communicated, I think, around money that doesn't always lend itself well in business. Because in business, you've got to look at money as a tool, I think is the best way to phrase it. It's not a commodity that needs to be like hoarded and saved. I mean, although it does need to be saved, but it has to be utilized well. And so looking at it as a functioning tool in your business, I think is what allows for growth. So using it, it's got to go out and it's got to come in, and there's got to be this relationship around money that isn't one of fear. And I was really scared of working with money in that sense, especially when you get into the bigger numbers. I mean, before opening a business, I had dabbled in very small, I was self-employed as a doula and a body worker. And so I was managing a small income. It was just me for a while, and I lived frugally, and it was all good. And I was able to put away, tiny amounts for savings, but not a lot. So when I got into business and it was like, all right, I'm going to take out a loan in the 5 figures, and I'm going to be dealing with large, bills every month that are in the thousands of dollars. It was like, whoa, that feels really big. That feels really scary. And so I had to spend a lot of time working through my relationship with money. Because birth work is so much about the heart of what you do, being a doula, being a midwife, a lactation consultant, like anyone who loves that kind of work and works with expectant families is often faced with this dilemma of, how do I make a living doing what I love? Am I allowed to make a living doing what I love? Am I allowed to make money serving people? And I think that as women, there's still this age-old notion ingrained in us that our primary responsibility on the planet isn't to earn money. I really think that's something it's just embedded really deep in our culture. And so as women in a free society in America today, having the benefits of all of our founding mothers who have worked really hard to get us to where we are today, it's not surprising to me that we still have this self-limiting belief that we shouldn't be allowed to earn money, especially in service-related industries. I really think that if we approached it from a perspective of, if I'm able to earn a living serving other people, and in my case, doing birth work, if I'm able to make a living doing that, I can give back so much more. If I had volunteered the last 6 years of my life as a birth doula and not taken payment from any of those families, there's no way the store would be open. If I can keep a store open by making money, then I can give back to my community with a free community space for groups like that who need it. I also think that beyond just the giving part or the free part, the services that we are offering and the community that's formed in a space like this has value that you can't quantify. I spent the last 6 years networking on the ground level with the people, right? Working with families, working with other birth workers. I formed an organization in 2013 called the Birth Community, and that was intended to be a professional organization of birth workers. And so it included prenatal chiropractors and prenatal massage therapists and birth photographers, placenta encapsulators, midwives, doulas, birth photographers. Did I say that one already? Yoga instructors, pregnancy shops, like all of the people that might work with families during that stage of their life were welcome to be members of the organization. And I did that for a number of reasons. One, as a self-employed woman, it is often really challenging to keep yourself motivated and to keep going on hard days because you don't have coworkers to build you up. You know, and I was single for a huge portion of that. So I was very much alone in it. And so for other female entrepreneurs out there, I guess what I want to say is build your network, build up your support team, because if you're alone in it, it gets lonely real fast. And I think that you have to be careful and selective about who you do associate with, because you become more of the people that you surround yourself with. So choose wisely and choose women who build you up, you know, choose women who challenge you in a healthy way, in a constructive way, and not in a let's tear each other down because I have my own insecurities I'm projecting on you kind of a way, which I think a lot of women often struggle with in the world of business. There's still this, I think there's an assumption that there's a level of cattiness still in a lot of female business owners. And I would like to move past that. You know, I mean, let's be grown adult women here and be respectful and be positive and conscientious and compassionate, you know. I would like to be able to build something that I know is going to be there after I'm gone. Yeah. You know, I would like to build, everyone talks about like leaving behind their legacy, right? For me, it's not so much a legacy as it is like, I want to shift the culture in this area around birth, and I want this area to continue progressing forward in the way that we look at, our bodies, in the way that we treat our families, in the way that we treat men and women in the birth process.